Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the video. This is another paid request, this time from James. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in request any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It could be a video game let's try, a playthrough, a movie review, a commentary, reaction, a random topic, or talk about a trailer or news or whatever the case may be, movie news. But James wanted me to look into the album Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica, which came out in 2016. I think the previous album had been out about 2008. Now, I do like Metallica. I've listened to Metallica quite a bit throughout the years. I would say my favorite is the Black Album. I do like, I think it was Load or Reload, one of those albums. Which I know that was like the favorite era for some people, Metallica, but like my favorite songs of Metallica would be Enter Sandman, The Unforgiven, Unforgiven Part 2, Nothing Else Matters. I would say like those are the Metallica songs I gravitate the most towards to. This one, it definitely goes back to the early days of the thrashing era. And it's one of those, it was nice to listen to. I don't think there's any songs I would ever re-listen to, but it was nice to hear at least once. Because I didn't think anything was bad. It's just a lot of the songs kind of run together and start feeling kind of the same after a while. Maybe that's why I like that Enter Sandman and Nothing Else Matters. They feel unique in their own way the instruments are played and how there's softer moments instead of just constant thrashing. But even then, the constant thrashing is still good music to listen to as well, where you get your head bopping. Whether it be Hardwired or Atlas Rise, there's definitely the first two are definitely the better songs on it. You know, Hardwired with the steady rapid guitar that did your pulse pounding, has a rapid pace to it. Atlas Rise, some interesting lyrics. How does it feel on your own? Bound by the world all alone. Now That We're Dead was an interesting one because that was used for The Undertaker. I think when The Undertaker fought AJ Styles, and then when Undertaker retired, and there was like a video package, I believe it was this song that was used in celebrating his career. So really solid guitar work throughout all this, some nice solos, nice rhythms to it. I know some people complain about the guitar work by Lars Ulrich. I thought it was consistent. It was a consistent level of status with the drumming. James Hetfield's voice still works rather well in 2016 as it did back in the day. He has a great voice for this stuff. Moth in the Flame, Dream No More has a really, that one has like a chugging, consistent rhythm to it. Confusion, it was interesting to have this kind of marching beat at the beginning of it. Yeah, Lords of Summer, which has some really nice fast riffs in there, which you're just amazed by. Like, how the hell do you... It's a album that I'm sure a lot of people get some air guitar work going in to mimic what they're listening to. There's Here Comes Revenge. Man Unkind, I would say that one stood out to me because I appreciate the softer beginning portion of it before it went into the ripping thrashing. In a weird way, that felt like an updated version of Metallica. I don't know why Man Unkind, that one stuck out to me. I'm like, this is Metallica updated. Like I said, it's hard for me to review albums because I'm not musically inclined. I'm not good at describing music. I never have been. I never took music in school. I mean, there was classes you were forced to, but it was more you're trying to sing with other people, and I couldn't sing worth a squat. Never played an instrument, guitar, drums, never played it, was never in a band. Music I would listen to, and my review would be as simply as I liked it or I didn't, or it was okay, but I wouldn't hear it again. But at the same time, it was hard for you to remember them. Even to this day, it's hard for me to remember the songs unless I re-listen to them right then and there. So even this, I listened to this album 2 days ago. I wrote down a few things here and there, but a lot of them have, like Metallica of the early days, the Master of Puppets days, as that consistent thrashing, where a lot of it does sound fairly similar because that's their style. That's their thrash and metal style. I do like it because I like it more than the death metal where I can't understand what the hell they're saying. It's a lot better than music today where not much of music today I really give an ant's anus on. But like I said, if you're to ask me hum some of the songs, I couldn't do it. I don't know why my nose keeps itching. Like my nose is like, this is BS, and you're gonna be allergic to it. You need to say more. But I don't know what more to say about because I'm not good at reviewing music. I never have been. I never will be. And it's one of those things that I don't know what else to say because I'm not good at it. Now, apparently, looking at reviews, a lot of people really like this. A lot of people seem to be rather satisfied with what had happened with this release. It was their sixth consecutive studio album to debut at #1 on the Billboard 200. The #1 ranking marked only the second time in the chart's history that any band had 6 consecutive albums debut at #1 following Dave Matthews Band. Lars Ulrich ranked the album as the band's best. I disagree with that. I do not think it's the band's best. And if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm looking up their other albums so I can more remember what the tracks were. Was it Reload? Sorry, I'm just... I forgot what... How... It was their 10th studio album, this one. And I'm sorry for the... But I would still say that the Black Album, easily my favorite album of theirs. Because Enter Sandman, Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters. Those are 4 of my favorite songs of theirs, and it's all on the same album. Like Enter Sandman, like you hear the rhythm. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. And then you have that little prayer. That felt unique and it stood on its own. The Sabatro, ba-da-da, da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sabatro. The Unforgiven, much more of a slower, calm down compared to the thrashing. Same with Nothing Else Matters. I'm not good with lyrics, so that's why I'm not seeing a lot of the lyrics. I just reload. I'm just thinking of The Unforgiven too. That song sticks out to me, but I think that's the thing is that Black Album is the one I always think of with Metallica. When I say I like Metallica, is that Black Album, those songs. So that's the sound I'm thinking of, and maybe that's where I'm different from a lot of Metallica fans. Is a lot of Metallica fans, they're more into the older school, the thrash, which is it's good to listen to, and I think these songs will work in movies where you have visuals and stuff that really get you. There's the music that you get pumped up and make your pulse pounding. But again, I don't know if a lot of these songs really have their own self-identity to really stand out as singles compared to songs on the Black Album. That's why I do disagree with Lars Ulrich. I do not think it's their best album. Now maybe you said that this was the newest one. Well, it said in 2020, and this came out 2016. So maybe by that point it was their newest one. So a lot of people say the newest one is the best one. But no, this is not a bad album at all. If you like the old school Metallica, you like the thrash music, it's definitely not a bad hour and change to listen to Metallica music. It's still nice to listen to. Now, since the lyrics follow a general theme of nihilism and pessimism, no matter what you do in your life, you're really trying to not go down the path that you're maybe hardwired to do. And I'm trying to see. Generally positive reviews. One says that it featured all Metallica's core music elements, but he thought the band did not sound as ferocious as it did in the 80s heyday. I don't know if I disagree with that. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that. I wouldn't say they don't sound as ferocious. Like, I do disagree with that. The AV Club, 77 minutes of endless thrashing gets tiring. You know what? That I can kind of understand that. Like I said, like the Black Album, I think had a bit more variety. I think that's why that album sticks out for me compared to all their other albums. But again, I think if you're wanting to have more towards the old school Metallica, this will work out a bit better for you. Dan, the Chicago Tribune guy, Grade, is saying, was not compared to Metallica's finest work and predicted the album will be quickly forgotten as its promotional tour is done. And you see like the reviews like 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 2 out of 4, 4 out of 5. Probably the 3 out of 5 I would agree with. Like 3 out of 5, I think that would fit best. It's pessimistic, but I could maybe say maybe Ferocious the guy meant maybe the old school sounded angrier. But I still had a ferocious, it still had a nice rapid thrashing pace to it. Like I said, the guitar work is nice to hear, expert guitar work. And James Hetfield's voice really hasn't missed much beats to it, so it's still nice to hear it. I had not heard this album before. So I would say Hardwired and Atlas Rise, Now They Were Dead, and Mankind would be the first, would be my 4 favorites if I had to pick. 4 that I would say were the best. Lords of Summer, like I said, there's some nice riffs in there of guitar work. The others were okay, were there. There wasn't really any songs that I hated, but at the same time, I'm kind of rambling here for songs that I really stuck out and go, man, that blew me away. There's more like, okay, some good thrashing, but there's none that blew me away. I guess that's just me. Maybe it's just me. Nothing will ever touch the Black Album for me. Nothing will ever touch, Nothing Else Matters and Sad But True and The Unforgiven ones. Which I know is unfair, but like I say, if you like Metallica, you like some thrashing, a lot of thrashing, definitely worth a listen to on YouTube. So I definitely didn't think it was bad. So with that said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.